Live from downtown Macon, this is WGXA News live on YouTube.
Good evening, Middle Georgia. I'm Amanda Peralta. Greg Lloyd has the night off. Thank you for watching WGXA News at 5:30. New at 5 and continuing new at 5:30, and continuing coverage from a story we first broke to you on our WGXA News app. A toddler was the center of a Warner Robins Amber Alert. Police say 15-month-old Tayani Johnson was taken by her father, 22-year-old Calvin Johnson. Tonight, he's still on the run. Carlos Stevens has new developments on the case, and he joins us live now. Carlos?
Well, Amanda, tonight we know that father is still on the run, and according to investigators, they don't even think he's still in Middle Georgia.
The last I understood, we believed him to be over in the Savannah, Chatham County area.
Investigators are still searching for 22-year-old Calvin Williams Johnson. Police say he's wanted for kidnapping. Calvin was supposed to return his 15-month-old daughter Tayani to her mom after an unsupervised visit. The Warner Robins Police Department says it was called around 5:40 Sunday morning after he didn't bring her home. Instead, her mom found them at the Circle K gas station on Watson Boulevard. Investigators say the child's dad approached the mom's car with a gun. She pulled away, and that's when he left with the child. Lieutenant Eric Gossman with the Warner Robins Police Department says Johnson doesn't appear to have a lengthy history with law enforcement, and the public shouldn't be alarmed.
So it's a family incident. It's not a random act of kidnapping. It's a custody type dispute. So he's not got a history or any indicators that he was a threat to society.
Gossman says Tayani is safe.
The baby was returned to the mother unharmed.
Now, this is a developing story, and of course, when we receive new updates, we'll bring them to you both on air and online at WGXA.tv. For now, we're live in Warner Robins. I'm Carlos Stevens, WGXA News.
Thank you so much, Carlos. Bibb County investigators are looking for what led to a shooting that sent 3 men to the hospital last night. Deputies were called to Shearwater Drive around 7:30 after getting calls of several people being shot in someone's yard. When deputies arrived, they found an 18-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a 36-year-old, all shot in the thigh. The 3 men were taken to the hospital and are listed in stable condition. As deputies continue to investigate, anyone with information is asked to call the sheriff's office or Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. Over in Milledgeville, police are investigating a double shooting that put 2 teens in the hospital. The department says an officer was on patrol near West Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard when he heard gunshots around 1 Sunday morning from the direction of a large party. Another officer saw a car speeding away from the shots and then pull into the ER of a hospital. Inside was a 14-year-old shot in the neck. The teen was airlifted to a hospital in Milledgeville. As this was going on, more officers were chasing another car that sped from the shooting. They were told that the people inside were armed. Officers were able to forcefully stop the car and saw an 18-year-old shot several times inside. They were taken to the hospital in critical condition, and police were able to search the 2 cars and found 2 guns, one of which had been reported stolen. The investigation is ongoing. If you know something, say something. And this man is now behind bars in Monroe County for a shooting. Deputies say 36-year-old Ernest Hale Clark shot at a vehicle while driving on Rivoli Road around 2 Saturday afternoon. Luckily, no one was injured in the shooting, and Hale Clark is facing 2 counts of aggravated assault and criminal damage to property. And right here back in Macon-Bibb County, investigators are looking for answers after the Waffle House on Gray Highway was robbed this morning. Deputies say it happened just before 3 this morning when 2 masked suspects entered the restaurant armed and demanded money from a worker. Deputies say the suspects left the scene on foot and no one was injured during the crime. Deputies are also looking for who robbed CC Wings and Fish over the weekend. Investigators say a man entered the restaurant on Houston Avenue with a gun and demanded money. They took off once they got cash. And now, if you know anything about this robbery or the one at the Waffle House, call the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. Now, controversy continues to stir following the song and music video release of Macon's own country music star Jason Aldean. One talk show host says it shows that Macon is one of the most racist cities in America. We want to know if you agree. Scan the QR code below to let us know what you think. In the meantime, our Gloria Ruth Finney is live in South Macon to tell us more about the music and town everyone is talking about.
Amanda, co-host of the morning show The View, is calling Macon one of the most racist areas. In a discussion on the show over Macon native Jason Aldean and his music video release of the controversial song Try That in a Small Town. Talk show host Sunny Hostin shares her experience here in Macon. The video she's referencing shows news clips from riots across the nation, along with the lyrics Aldean says reference small town mindset. Hostin says that mindset is racist.
This man is from Macon, Georgia. My father's from Augusta, Georgia, and Macon, Georgia. I spent many summers there. Yeah, both. I spent many summers there. It is one of the most racist places in this country.
She says it's ridiculous for Jason Aldean to claim the video isn't racist. The music video has since been pulled from CMT following widespread backlash. I'll have more on this story tonight at 11 on ABC 16. In the meantime, Gloria Ruth Finney, WGXA News.
Thank you so much, Gloria Ruth. And so far, it looks like most of you at home have said that 76% say no, that you don't believe Macon is one of the most racist cities in the U.S., and 24% say yes, you do believe that to be true. Special counsel Jack Smith's team has contacted Georgia Governor Brian Kemp as part of the investigation of former President Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Trump pressured Kemp to overturn the election results in Georgia after he had narrowly lost the state to President Biden. Smith's team has also recently contacted former Arizona Governor Doug Ducey, whom Trump also pressured to overturn the election after losing the state. Trump's legal team is continuing efforts to disqualify Fulton County's District Attorney DA Fani Willis after wrapping up her 2020 election interference investigation. In a new 650-page filing in Superior Court, Trump's lawyers stepped up attacks on Willis, a Democrat. It was previously reported that Willis is considering bringing racketeering and conspiracy charges against Trump and his allies for trying to overturn election results in Georgia. In the filing, Trump's lawyers argue that Willis should not be allowed to pursue the case due to her conflict of interest as a political candidate. Turning now to the Skywatch weather forecast team, sunshine and seasonable heat soon to return, even hotter. Meteorologist Ryan Miranda joins us from the Weather Center with the details of another heat wave. Ryan, does it get any better?
It really doesn't, Amanda. Honestly, I'm tracking down the days now until autumn, which is in 61 days because of this heat. I don't want it anymore. Get it out of here. Looking out over Macon right now with our Wilson Bryant Heating and Air Skycast Network, some clouds have been bubbling up, and we do have some isolated storms that are out there. Not everyone is seeing the rain, but temperature-wise, currently 91 in Macon. Our average high this time of year is 94, 90 right now in Nashville. But again, over in Texas, they still have temperatures that are still into the triple digits, and we could get near that by the end of the week. But right now on radar, most areas are dry. We are tracking some of these clusters of storms right now that's moving through southern Wilkinson County, just south of Irvington, with some heavy downpours just east of Jacksonville as well. But not a lot of rain is out there. So for your day tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 74 degrees. Grab the sunglasses. Temperatures into the mid-90s. Temperatures only going to be increasing through the week. I'll talk more about that coming up in your full forecast. Amanda.
Thanks so much, Ryan. Now is a great time to download the WGXA weather app to keep track of your local weather and track storms down to street level. Just scan the QR code on your screen to download the app on your smartphone. Ryan is back in less than 20 minutes with your 10-day forecast. Gas prices seeing a growth spurt over the past week. In Georgia, drivers are paying about 10 cents more than last Monday. According to AAA, the average price for a gallon of regular gas sits around $3.36. That's 9 cents more than last week and 7 cents more than last month. AAA says higher crude oil prices are most likely to blame. And the city of Centerville announces that the millage rate for property taxes will remain the same as it was in 2022. The 10.364 millage rate will be maintained due to the budget adopted by the mayor and city council. By law, the city is required to advertise a stable millage rate as a property tax increase. Concerned citizens are invited to the public hearings on the issue at the Centerville City Hall building on August 1st at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. and September 5th at 6 before the council votes. And the initial report from the United States Postal Service's review of the Macon Processing and Distribution Center is in. The service says that initial review supports the facility to remain open and undergo modernization. A public meeting will be held Tuesday, August 8th at the Macon Marriott City Center on Coliseum Drive to discuss the changes coming to the facility and hear comments from the community. A local bank and Boys and Girls Club teamed up to teach kids financial literacy earlier today. Bank workers read books to club members from kindergarten through 2nd grade that focus on financial literacy. And for the older kids, the team presented a workshop on Banking 101. A Cadence division president says it's all in an effort to ensure a healthy financial future.
Not only with youth, but also with adults. There's just a great need there. And as we go out and conduct these seminars, we find that folks are so engaged. We find there's a huge need there. But we also find that our teammates, when they go out and volunteer, come back so encouraged because of the interaction they have with all these folks.
Cadence Bank says financial literacy is critical to helping youth to learn manage money effectively and become financially stable and independent while achieving their personal goals. The Georgia National Fair announces its complete concert lineup for this year. The fair is just months away, and each night at 7:30, performers of all genres and eras will hit the stage for some family fun. The lineup features some well-known names, including Billy Ocean and Smash Mouth. The fair is giving you the opportunity to prepare for a sing-along with the official Georgia National Fair playlist on Spotify, featuring hits from this year's performers. And the Vine Ingalls Senior Girls are now the Southeast Region champs. They'll soon be on the world stage at the Senior League Softball World Series. The determined team beat Florida 17-2 in Game 1 over the weekend. They then went on to beat Tennessee and South Carolina. The team will be heading to Delaware in August as they prepare to win the Senior League Softball World Series. And tomorrow, the Little League softball team from Georgia is taking part in the region tournament. The team will be playing North Carolina and Warner Robins after North Carolina beat out Tennessee earlier today. We want to wish the Warner Robins American Little League team the best of luck as they represent Georgia in the regional series. And this Friday, Bibb County School District students get to prep for the upcoming semester with their back-to-school bash. Students can get free school supplies, school uniforms, dental screenings, and COVID vaccines while supplies last. They'll even get a $50 gift card if they are one of the 75 students who get the vaccine. That's this Friday from 9 to 11:30 in the morning at the Ed D. Forrest Sports Complex in Macon. And all week long, 16 local restaurants are vying for the title of Macon Star Baker. You can visit the restaurants to try their signature show-stopping items. To get started, pick up a passport from any of the participating restaurants, the Downtown Visitor Center, or the Macon Arts Alliance. If you get 5 passport stamps, you win a free t-shirt, and if you try all 16 desserts, you can win a fully baked prize package. Participants are also encouraged to vote for their favorite dish. The top 3 winners in the Macon Star Baker competition will be announced Saturday, July 30th at the Central City Bake Off.
Well, get ready for even more heat by the end of this week. And in your Skywatch headlines, we're likely going to be having our 3rd heat wave of the year. Feels like temperatures will be back up above 100 degrees starting on Thursday. And we do also have some moderate air quality from some more smoke. Generally, not many of us will be affected, but we may have a little bit of the haze out there in the atmosphere for the next couple of days. So let's go live on our Wilson Bryant Heating and Air Skycast Network. Looking out over Dublin, we do have a few downpours that are moving through in northern Lawrence County, southern Wilkinson County. Not everyone's seeing the rain, but we're getting a little bit of some cooler air from this. Currently 88 degrees now in Dublin, so showing exactly where some of these storms are. Here's Wilkinson County, Lawrence County moving in this direction. There's one lightning strike out there, otherwise just some heavy downpours moving just north of Montrose and Dudley. These will begin to rain themselves out, and we could have a few isolated storms for the rest of tonight. Today, though, it actually wasn't bad temperature-wise. 94 right now for the feels like temperature in Macon, 98 in Monticello, 95 in Montezuma, and 94 also in Eastman. But the heat is really going to begin to ramp up starting tomorrow as well. We're up to 97 degrees for that feels like temperature. Wednesday almost at 100, but then Thursday and straight through the weekend, the feels like temperatures will be peaking into the triple digits, so that heat is going to be coming right back. But looking out over the month as a whole, if we average up all the highs through July, we're only sitting about 1 degree above the average. So far this July hasn't actually been too unseasonable. We've had some below average days even this past weekend. Temperatures only were in the upper 80s, so we've really been going on both ends of the average. But for the rest of tonight, temperatures will be seasonable. 69 in Macon, 65 in Monticello, and 69 in Hawkinsville. Getting ready for your Tuesday, and grab the sunglasses on the way out the door. plenty of sunshine. It will be a hot day, but the humidity still stays relatively in check, up to about 95 degrees for your Tuesday. And quickly looking out over the tropics, we're watching two systems. This one off the coast of Florida that has a 20% chance of formation over the next 7 days, and this other one further into the tropical Atlantic that also looks a bit more organized, but still only has about a 20% chance of formation. If any of these storms turn into a named storm, it would be named Emily. So in your 10-day forecast for the next few days, rain chances are going to be very minimal, up to 95 degrees for tomorrow, mainly sunny, but grab the sunglasses, and then the heat is really going to begin to pick up Wednesday. Sunny and hot, feels like temperatures nearing the triple digits, but Thursday is when the humidity begins to ramp back up. The feels like temperatures go into the triple digits, 98 on Thursday. Friday, we're becoming even more humid, up to 98 degrees, well into the triple digits at this point, and still heading into the weekend. It's going to be rather hot, sitting around 4 or so degrees above average. Rain chances isolated in nature, not a lot of relief out there in terms of some rain chances, but Monday, we get a few more scattered thunderstorms in place, with the high up to 98 degrees. Our average high this time of year is 94, and our average low is 72. So lastly, here's your Harrison's Body Shop fishing game forecast. Peaks at 6:40 a.m. and 8:20 p.m.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am again here, all about animals in Macon-Bibb County. I'm joined with Lisa and Frank, and guess who we are going to showcase and bring to you today?
We have Jordan.
Jordan!
Yes. Look how good Jordan is. Jordan is the ideal dog.
Yes.
He is about 1.5 years old. Still, you know, a little bit of puppy energy, not much, but I would say very calm puppy energy. And he's just a really good dog. He can sit. He loves people, as you can tell. He's so good.
Of course, it is hot out here because we're having a very hot summer, and so we've been dealing with the heat. So, folks, if you want to give Jordan a good home and get him out of the heat and help him out, how would they go about adopting Jordan or any of the dogs you have here, Lisa?
The best thing to do is send us a message to our Facebook page, All About Animals Rescue, and one of our volunteers, our adoption coordinators, will get back with you as soon as possible.
All right, that's Jordan, 1.5 years old, needs a good home. Thank you so much, Frank and Lisa.
Thank you.
Together, Barbie and World War II period piece Oppenheimer raked in $235 million in their opening weekend. But according to Box Office Mojo, it was Barbie that came out on top, pulling in $155 million. This box office resurgence comes at a difficult time for filmmakers as the actors and writers continue striking for better wages and benefits. It also shows the box office, after months of poor attendance, partially brought on by the pandemic, is not dead yet.
I didn't get to go see it this weekend. Okay, it meaning Barbie. We're definitely not going to watch
Oppenheimer. Are you an Oppenheimer fan?
Absolutely not. I'm not sitting through 3 hours of that kind of movie. I don't know. It just feels like that movie is just not going to be for me anyway. Then 3 hours, I'm just going to be like, no.
So are you going to just like Barbie or like Ken when you go see Barbie?
Ooh.
The all pink? Or
I guess I could dress up like Ken. I guess I will. You know, we could be Ken and Barbie. We should do that for Halloween.
I'm down, but I would need a blonde wig or I'll dye my hair.
No, it's fine. We both have the brown hair, so it works.
So I'm brunette Barbie.
We're the brunette
and Ken.
Barbie and Ken. Exactly. Exactly. We need
exactly. That's it for WGXA News at 5:30. We invite you to join us at 6 on ABC 16.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.